Hi, this is Abe Wesley who tells it like a TI is. If you like my video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like my channel, please subscribe. The topic I'm going to talk to you today about is the VMAs. The VMAs, the Video Music Awards, were broadcast on Sunday. Even though I didn't actually watch it when it was broadcast, I DVR'd it because, like I said, I was watching the tribute to Chadwick Boseman on ABC on Sunday. So I decided to DVR it, and I watched it. Yesterday, and I have to say, I thought last year's VMAs was the best VMAs because 2 years before that they wasn't too good, and this VMAs was the worst one to me. I mean, I know we're in a pandemic, and a lot of the artists had to kind of pre-record or videotape, tape their performances and stuff like that. But it wasn't just the performances; it was all the people who were nominated too. I mean, it's like Lady Gaga swept the whole awards, and like somebody said on Twitter, her Chromatic album was okay, but it wasn't worth that. And some people were saying, she's kind of, fading out. She's kind of washed up. But I guess by all this stuff going on and stuff, but to me, they aired the pre-show. I didn't see the pre-show, but I saw a clip of the performance that Chloe and Haley did on the pre-show, and I thought that should have been on the main stage, but they had all these other people, and I said they're okay. The only, I mean, Miley Cyrus did a performance of her new song, and then she also did a salute to her wrecking ball. Her performance was okay to me. The Weekend was okay to me. The only ones that I thought were kind of good was Lady Gaga's performance with Adriana Grande, and also Doja Cat as far as the main acts. I mean, it was like most of the awards went to Latin artists and pop artists. I mean, her music won for best. It was something like best good song or something like that. They could have just changed that to to a favorite social justice theme or anthem or whatever, instead of the favorites video and song for good. I mean, what's that for good? I mean, what kind of title is that? But anyway, Lady Gaga won mostly all of the awards, like video of the year, artist of the year, album. It was like everything was her, and I like to have not everybody sweep everything. Like to have the stuff divided, and like I said, the only urban people or black people who won was Megan Thee Stallion for best rap, and like I said, Doja Cat won for the Say So video, and then also the Weekend won too. But like the Weekend said, he couldn't be happy and celebrate with all this stuff going on and black people getting killed and police brutality and stuff like that. Even though they kind of hinted on it as in some parts of the VMAs, it wasn't like it was really main stable. And they did give a tribute to all the people who had passed away this year, whether it was because of the pandemic or not. So to me, the VMAs were lukewarm, or it wasn't even worth watching. That's all I have to say on that subject. On another subject, I decided to go on Instagram Live, and I couldn't find it. Then when I scrolled down, I seen Verzuz TV, and so when I saw the Verzuz TV, I got right in. I missed some of the beginning of the Verzuz between Brandy and Monica, but I did stay tuned for the rest of it, and it was an amazing show. And they said. I watched a little clip of Timberland and Swiss Beats talking about it, and they were saying even before Brandy and Monica got on stage, they had over 700,000 people already in the room. And then what happened right before they went to break? Brandy was saying, well, we got 1.2 million viewers already. They need to hurry up and go ahead on and cut the check. And, she's trying to play around with it. And Monica was saying 1.2 what millions? So you can't argue me about math, Monica. So that was kind of a little, lighthearted laughter and jokey joke. But I can kind of see that at first, like a lot of people were saying, well, maybe it was Monica. But then I saw a lot of shade that Brandy was throwing, because it was like when Monica was telling certain stories, Brandy would say, "Oh yeah, yeah." So when Monica brought up about how the Miss Thing album came, and how when she was young, she had that little attitude, and she would always roll her head every time Dallas Austin would give her a song and she didn't like it, and she would say, "Oh yeah, you did have the attitude. You was like that." And then it was another time that Brandy said that she had put out a song, and she told, it was another time that Monica put out a song, and she told Brandy that she was on 12 years old when she sung that song, and people thought she was grown. And she said, "Yeah, you sounded grown on that song." And it was like Monica came out so positive and talking about Brandy and saying that she had grown from all the stuff that happened back in the day, and she hoped she had done the same. And they start off with with the hugging and the kumbaya stuff. But it's like the more it got into the verses, and the more that Monica brought out certain songs, and Brandy would come back with another song. But when she would say her poems and tell her stuff, she would have like little side shade on the side. And Monica had to remind her 2 times. She said, "Brandy, don't go there. You know why I was mad at you." But she was saying, when I wrote the song "So Gone," I wasn't writing a song about you. It was about something else. But Brandy kept on inferring that it was about her. She said, "No, it was about something else. Brandy, don't go there. Didn't I tell you don't go there?" And then it was another time that Brandy was about to bring up something, and then after she did the song, she said, "Monica, that look," and everybody saw that look, and people started making memes about it. After the verse was over, and it was like whatever look that Monica gave Brandy, she was telling Brandy, "Look, I done put up with enough of it." And after that, Brandy started being a little bit more nice on her p's and q's. It was kind of Monica was the biggest woman last night, because she took a whole lot of Brandy's shade with class and intelligence, and so we all know now that Brandy has a little shade to her, and sometimes that don't come off as cute. This is A. Wesley. That ain't even tells it like a Ti is. I am out, but that's all right.